Welcome back to JOHS Literacy Bites, where every teacher can become a literacy teacher in 5 minutes or less. Today's topic, Rubrics, Part 3, using the Rubrics tool in Schoology. Now you can see we are still in Part 4 of our Ride On Microlearning series. Today is the last part in that, and so we'll be moving on next week. But first, let's review last week's learning. We learned that teachers have options when deciding how to define performance levels within their rubrics. We learned some styles of rubrics include the checklist plus, the ladder, and the guidebook. Finally, we learned to make sure to weigh the point values of different criteria within your rubric and assign a percentage of possible points for each performance level. Okay, so how today's going to work is you're going to see on the right-hand side a series of short clips that show you how you can use the rubric tool in Schoology. So for this first one, you can see that you can use rubrics for all of these different course materials, assignments, tests, quizzes, including the short answer and essay questions, assessments, and discussions. First step would be to create your rubric. You can create and save custom rubrics in the grade setup section of a course in Schoology. You can also create rubrics directly from an assignment, assessment, test, quiz, or discussion. This is something that's pretty cool. So if your assignment is graded by Tennessee state standards, you can find and insert the relevant standard directly into your rubric to use as a criteria. I didn't realize that Schoology has pretty much any course that we have standards for, whether it be an elective or your general ed classes. You can see here that I'm adding in a language arts standard. You just click it right there, click add learning objectives, and I messed around a little bit. You can see a math standard above there too, but I thought that was neat. Of course, you can also add multiple custom criteria and then edit each part of the rubric as you see fit. If making a ladder style rubric, add a descriptor of excellence to each add description box. You hover your cursor over the boxes, you can use the plus and X buttons to add or remove performance levels for your rubric. You can then assign point values for your grading scale. The total points for the assignment are listed in the bottom right-hand corner. You can also create more in-depth descriptions of each performance level, and that makes it kind of like a guidebook style rubric. Rubrics are highly shareable within Schoology. You can copy and share rubrics between any of your courses, or you can save your rubrics to your resources. That way you can share them with your other team members. So the video on the left is showing the second bullet point. If the assignment is turned in on paper, then you can go to your gradebook in Schoology and click the rubrics icon to grade each individual student. The video on the right here, it shows the top bullet point. When student work is submitted digitally, click the icon on the assignment submission page, and then you can grade student work using the rubric there. So there are a couple different ways to access the rubric as you're grading student work. All right, and that's it. Pretty short video today, just trying to be straightforward and show you all a couple examples of how you can use rubrics in Schoology as a bridge to practice. Use this sentence frame to discuss today's learning with your colleagues. Before today, I knew blank, and now I know blank. All right, thanks everybody.